Hi, everybody. Everybody. I'm Yolanda.
And I'm Julie.
Here with Julie. And Julie has been bringing some really, really profound and really, really important conversation around kind of a common topic, but one that we don't usually address to this depth. And that is the topic of self-care. And really, the definition of self-care is showing up in your life and mattering in your own life.
And being able to claim that space that I matter, what I need matters.
Yeah. We were talking, if you haven't joined us, you can always go back and look at our previous videos, but we've been talking about how very early in life we can have these learnings from our family of origin about whether we matter or how we don't, and whether our needs are important or not. We talked about systems that we're a part of that add to kind of our feeling of drowning in stress and feeling like we don't have agency over taking care of ourselves. How this idea of self-care has been commodified, thank you, and weaponized. I was trying to combine those. And so now you have got another really important aspect of self-care.
One of the most important aspects of self-care is boundaries. And this is a quote, and it'll be on the blog part, so you can go back to it. But the quote is, "To free us from the expectation of others, to give us back to ourselves, there lies the great singular power of self-respect." Yeah. And I don't even know that in my life I had thought that much about what would it take to give me back to me.
Yeah. Just kind of sit with that question for a minute. What would it take to give you back to you?
Yeah.
Or maybe to give you to you for the first time in your life.
Oh, that's probably the question.
Yeah. So say more about this quote and why it's so important.
So this quote to me is important because I think that boundaries are the core of self-care, or one of the pillars of self-care. And I think that a lot of us show up in life wanting to take care of other people, having a pattern of people pleasing. And I think that it is such a big part of us that we just continue to say yes when something is asked of us. And I think that if we work in self-care, if we work on our boundaries, knowing what we need, what we want, and establishing those boundaries, we give ourselves back to ourselves. And I think that's the work. It can take a lifetime to figure that out. Where did those beliefs come from, that I don't matter, that I need to say yes? How do I challenge those beliefs inside of myself? And then how do I live from a place of like what Brene Brown calls her sacred space?
Yeah, a place from your own truth and your own integrity of what's okay and what's not okay.
Yeah.
There is so much that we could add on to this conversation about boundaries, and our boundaries being a reflection of our love and respect for ourselves.
Yeah.
Right. Boundary is where I can love myself and love the other person at the same time. That space, that place in my life. So I think boundary is another kind of nebulous word that we use quite a bit in our society, that I think we have kind of an assumption about what a boundary is. And I do agree with you, like for myself, boundaries are my life's work. It's like, it starts with feeling like you're worthy of having them. And then like as I get to know myself more and more, I get a more clear understanding of what's okay and what's not okay for me. And as you mentioned before, therapy is a really good place to explore these things.
In a very safe place. I mean, we are, someone who walks with you as you figure these things out. It's very much from a place of me too.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, because it's part of the human condition. Like all of everything that we've been talking about in this series is part of being human in this world. And it's not that we're flawed or broken or anything like that. It's that we don't have these conversations and we don't wrap these words around what our experiences are. Yeah.
Yeah. And I mean, can you imagine a conversation out to dinner with friends, like talking about what our boundaries are and where we're more flexible, more rigid, more permeable, and why it's important? These just aren't even conversations we have.
No.
So come have them with us.
Yeah. Give our office a call if this sounds like something that would be helpful for you. 813-434-3639. We are all in it together. So come and share space with us.